guys, welcome to another segment of Home Truth Niger. Just as I promised yesterday, I will be talking on what to do when you visit your guy in Nigeria. I decided to make this video quickly because some of my subscribers were mailing me to say, okay, can you tell us already what to do when we get to Nigeria? That's why I'm making this video. So for those of you who are stumbling on this video for the very first time, I would ask you to go back to the video before this and watch the video. It's a topic on me talking about what to do before you travel to meet your guy in Nigeria. I would like you to listen to that before you watch this video so you could have a full view of what I'm basically trying to say. So now you've watched it and you've taken notes and you have the tips on what to do before you travel. I believe you must have packed your bags, or you will be packing your bag right now to travel and head to the airport to meet your Niger guy or your Nigerian guy. So one excitement about traveling or getting to the airport to meet the guy who swept your feet, it's something that feels nice, and it's some excitement a lot of women can't wait to experience. I mean, who would want to meet that one person uh, she or he loves? But one thing I want to say is this: please, in as much as you feel so excited meeting this person, I would advise you not to drop your guards down, because there are a lot of women who have actually been in this position before, and these women who have been in this position before, they were totally heartbroken and devastated at the end. So I would advise you to please try and listen to what I have to say in this video, borrow one or two tips from what I have to say, and try to see if you implement them. I'm not talking about what I was told, I'm talking about what I have seen, observed, and witnessed as a Nigerian guy born, raised in Nigeria. So, what are these things you should do when you meet your guy in Nigeria? Let us go. Let's dive into it. The first thing you want to do is please be frugal with your money. I urge you to be frugal with your money. You are not there to spend all your savings or all your money. You are rather there to meet the person who supposedly love you. So I always advise women, when you are there, watch and see if he has made any plans for you. Watch and see if he has made any plans on you. Don't go there and start doing crazy things. You're not there to do crazy things. You are there with the supposed man who has promised to love you and to take care of you. So I would totally advise you, while you're there, to observe him closely and see if he indeed would put his words into action. He has swept your feet to the point that you have decided to fly down to Nigeria to go meet him. So put your words into, watch him, see if he put his words into action, and try as much as possible to stay frugal. Another point I want to talk about is you insisting on meeting his family. Insist on meeting his family. Don't just travel to Nigeria and make it all about you and him. That's one mistake some of you Western ladies do. You just travel and you make it all about you and him. This is possible in the Western world, where people most times isolate themselves from family, but in Africa, everything is family. So when you go to Nigeria or you're in Africa, you have to try as much as possible to behave like the Africans. And one way Africans behave is they are very much family oriented. So I always insist on telling ladies, try as much as possible, insist on him taking you to his family. If his parents are dead, let him take you to his uncles. If his uncles are dead, let him take you to a family member. Let them identify themselves with him, that he is part of their family. So try as much as possible to go visit his family. And just as I said with the video I did last, use the pictures you probably must have collected from him, to kind of like make markings when you go. And another tip I want to tell you about this: don't discuss this with him prior to you, you're traveling to Nigeria. Don't discuss this with him to like say, okay, when I come, I want you to take me to your family. No, don't discuss this with him. Take him unawares. When you're in Nigeria after a few days, just wake up one morning and say, oh, I would like us to go visit your family tomorrow, today, or the next days. Take him unawares. Surprise him on that. And there'll be times where he would try as much as possible to discourage you, or the road is dangerous, it's far. Insist on traveling. There are various comfortable means of traveling in Nigeria. Insist on traveling to meet his family. The reason why I emphasize on this is that there are a lot of Nigerian men who are married with family, but their family or their wife with kids are living with another family somewhere in the village, or somewhere in an uncle's house, or somewhere where the mom lives, or somewhere where the elder brother lives. They put his family there, and then he comes to the city, to hustle or struggle so that he could send money back home in the village to his family. So it's very, very important you do this for your own clarity. Another thing I want to talk about is spend some days with his family. Now, when you've gone to his family, don't just go there and say hi, hello, and give whatever you've brought. Like I said in the last video, please give very little when you go in. Don't just go there and spend, like, oh, hi, or stuff. Spend days with the family. No matter how inconveniencing it is for you, no matter how terrible the situation or the living condition is there for you, trust me, you will not die. I advise you and I insist that you should try as much as possible to spend a day or two in his family house or with his family, even if it means you sleeping on the couch or sleeping in the bed that is not befitting to your standard. Try as much as possible to spend some days with the family. Even if you have to sleep on the floor, please do it for the sake of you understanding what is happening in details. Do it for your sake, so you understand what is happening in details. Some women, when they travel, immediately they just go book hotel and they stay there with the Nigerian guy they've gone to meet. They spend all their money in hotel. They would not go and inquire about or know the family from which is coming from. At the end of the day, when they are duped, they start crying and they say, oh, every Nigerian is a scammer. So another point I want to talk about is create contacts with the locals. Very important. Create contact with the locals. It is very important to create contacts with the locals. So you have to try as much as possible when you go to places there in Nigeria with him. Try, to have this good relationship with people, mostly females, because if you try to create contact with another male, he could be offended or angry. Probably a fight could break out. So, try to make contact with females, exchange numbers. These females you've made contact with in the long run could be your eyes and ears in Nigeria to help you report the situation. They could even go as far as helping you investigate what the situation is with that person in case of clarity if you are not sure. Never make contacts with his friends. Don't create contact with his friends. One thing that is for sure is that his friends would always have his back. They would always tell you what you want to hear. They would always speak good about him. So try to create contact with a random local person, and while you're back in your country, you could use this person as your eyes and ears in Nigeria. So, in conclusion, I had to make this video so quick today because of the ladies probably who are planning on going to Nigeria, and all of you viewers and subscribers who are interested in this topic. I'm not trying to say every Nigerian man is, actually doing like this. I'm a Nigerian man. There are a lot of Nigerian men. Nigerian men are unique, God fearing, well raised in a standard and structural home. Most Nigerian men, I can attest to that. However, I always say this: if you know you're a lady, you're dating a Nigerian man, you're old enough to be his mother, you're old enough to be his grandma, you're old enough, for him to call you uh, elder in Nigeria, I would advise you, to be very, very careful, because the truth is, these guys don't love you. They really, really don't love you. They don't love you. They don't love you. They are, out to, use you to make ends meet. They're out to use you to, you know, fulfill a long life ambition, probably traveling out of Nigeria. And as I've always said, if you're a younger lady or you're an older lady and you have happened to fall in love with a Nigerian guy online, please don't drop your guards. Be very careful. Follow some of these tips I've given you. Because as I say, most Nigerian men who are busy and working, they are not on dating sites. I used myself as an example yesterday. I had no idea what a dating site was in Nigeria, because our society is structured in a way whereby you can meet people. Nigeria is a very hospitable and social country. There are a lot of places where you could meet women: in churches, in mosques, in school, in university, at work, through your friend, through your sister, in different places. We have opportunity to meet women, not online. Even in Nigeria as a whole, it is something new that people are kind of like introducing online dating. And I can tell you that vast majority of Nigerians in Nigeria are not interested in meeting or finding their lovers online. However, you have the group of people who look for women they can prey on and extort money from them in the name of love, aka romance scam. And I've always said to ladies, be very careful, because in Nigeria you have beautiful women, you have gorgeous women who are still single. And most of these men you're talking to online are married to these women. But because of the situation of things, economic situation of things, they come online to create a different persona just to get you, to extort money, so that they can, live a life you are indirectly funding. So I always advise you, please, I can't stop you from traveling, but be very, very careful. Look, the whole situation could look beautiful and clear for 4, 3, 5 years, but one day you would find out. And I always say, don't wait till it's clear before you know that you are being used. As soon as you meet anyone you love online or who has successfully swept your feet, start investigating as much as possible so that the truth will be revealed before time. So, thank you very much once more for uh, listening to me. Thank you for those of you who watch this video to the end. As always, I would urge and ask you to please subscribe, like, and share this content. This is it for me. Home to Nigeria. Wish you a lovely Friday.